An anonymous NBA scout says Victor Wembanyama is not an impactful offensive player. He's absolutely awesome on defense and not impactful at all on offense. He just looks like he's playing without a whole lot of direction. So I wonder if people were saying this quote was absolutely ridiculous. Well, LeBron kinda says, quote, best prospect since LeBron, obviously mocking that people said that Victor Wembanyama was the best prospect ever since LeBron. Another person named Brian Cass says, when 7'4" dudes shoot 7 threes per game and only make 22%, something needs to change. Don't think Pop is the dude to change it. Now, those were just two examples. There were multiple people agreeing with this, saying that Victor Wembanyama has issues on the offensive side. But that tweet came out about 5 days ago, 6 at the time you're seeing this video. So what has happened ever since that report came out? Well, on the following day versus the Utah Jazz, Victor Wembanyama would have 24 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists. Mind you, he shot about 8 for 15 from the field, which is not too bad, just a little bit over 50%. Oh, and that terrible three-point shooting, yeah, he shot 6 of 9 from the three, about 66%. Then just 2 days later versus the Sacramento Kings, he had 34 points with 14 rebounds and 6 made threes. Again, 6 of 12 from 3. And then tonight, this man goes on a fucking tear. 50 points versus the Washington Wizards. 8 of 16 shooting from the 3. So really quick, let's just recap what's happened over the past 5 days. Ever since some anonymous scout said that Wemby's not an offensive threat, he's had 36-12 on 59, 54, 77 shooting splits, while having a 75% true shooting percentage. Also, I want to mention the fact that three-point shooting was a big thing. People were saying Wemby's too tall to be shooting threes. Yeah, as of lately, he's shooting over 50% from 3. Honestly, I think this is just funny. Like, this whole thing is funny. People were saying that Wemby, he was having a terrible season to start off, and honestly, I think that's fair to say. But y'all do realize we're just barely over 10 games in the year, right? See, I think people like to judge things too quickly, and honestly, I'm a part of the problem because I'm a part of NBA YouTube and I make, these types of videos. But I will say, I'm usually pretty right when I say something. In fact, it's pretty rare that I'm actually wrong when I predict something at the beginning of the season. Usually, I'm going off a fact or something that I've believed over the past couple years. Perfect example, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I've been saying they've been a great team for the past couple years, and look how they're doing. Guys, they're 13-0 right now. Who would have thought? I mean, I'm not saying I thought they were going 13-0, but I thought they were a pretty damn good I said baseball. Oh my God. Look, I'm not saying they were going to go 13-0, but they're a pretty good basketball club. Now, for those of you that think I'm tripping for saying it's too early to judge certain things, let me give you a little bit of context. So far, at the time of recording this video, the 13th leading scorer in the NBA right now is Norman Powell. This man is averaging more points than De'Aaron Fox, Jalen Brunson, DeMar DeRozan, Steph Curry, Cade Cunningham, Devin Booker, LeBron James, my glorious GOAT Cam Thomas. Oh, and of course, Victor Wembanyama, who we're talking about in this video. Damn, maybe Wemby is struggling. Another example, the Pistons and the Bucks were playing tonight. The game was very close and the Pistons were going up for a game-winning shot, but Giannis fouled Ron Holland and the Pistons got to the line. On the screen, it said that Ron Holland was a 92% free throw shooter. He has 2 shots. All he has to do is hit 1 and they win the game. I mean, come on. It's not like he's gonna... Oh, shit. But okay, it's 1 free throw. I mean, this happens. He's a rookie. Surely he's not gonna go 0 for... Oh, what the fuck? But Spex, how could this be? He shoots 92% from the line.
Well, actually, he shoots 91.7 because of tonight.
No, what actually ended up happening is this is a man who shoots about less than a free throw per game. That's why his stats look so damn good. He's not a volume free throw shooter, if that's even a thing. And this is where we circle right back to Victor Wembanyama. Because y'all saw, what, like 10 games and decided that Wemby was struggling on offense, that maybe he's a fraud, and saying that he doesn't have an offensive skilled mindset. Where the fuck did we come to this conclusion? No wonder that scout was anonymous. And the fact that there were people actually agreeing with this man is insane to me. Now listen, if you wanted to say that Wemby was having a bad start to the season, that's fair to say. There are so many superstars or stars in the league right now where I could say the same thing. Hell, Devin Booker, one of my favorite players, he's someone that's been struggling to start off the year. He hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't been the Devin Booker we all love and know. And that's just one of many different examples. Hell, Joel Embiid has barely played 2 games this year. Oh my God, I fucking lied. He's only played 1 game this year and he had 13. Are you Breathe, Specs, breathe. It's only been 10 games into the year. Breathe. Also, while we're doing this ASMR or meditation, whatever we're calling this, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Okay, now that I've retired from ASMR for the rest of my career, I actually want to look at this claim that Wemby's bad on offense. That he has, what, no direction when it comes to offense? Now, I was actually curious, what did other YouTubers think about Victor Wembanyama during this struggling period? Because about 5 days ago, when that tweet came out, some YouTubers made a couple videos about it. One of the things they were saying is that Wemby was taking a lot of shots from the three-point line, which is fair. And in the first couple games, I'm not gonna lie, he definitely did struggle. I'm not doubting that. But then one YouTuber, I'm not gonna say his name, basically said, oh, we had a 5x5, who cares? Acting like a 5x5 isn't one of the most rare stat lines that we get in our game. I mean, there's a reason why only 15 unique players in NBA history have had a 5x5. And most of the names on that list is NBA greats, some of the greatest defenders and overall players in NBA history. Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Julius Erving, George Gervin. I mean, most of the guys on this list are pretty good, with the exception of Yusuf Nurkic. But seriously, all jokes aside, he joined this club as a rookie, and he did it on multiple occasions. Oh, and I think my favorite part of the video was when he compared it to OKC Thunder Westbrook, I think in 2017, when he was winning MVP, but the Thunder weren't really doing anything. Yeah, the only difference is that Victor Wembanyama's a fucking rookie, and he was, what, 19 years old? Russell Westbrook was already one of the best players in all of the NBA. And the difference is that Westbrook was stat padding and it led to nothing because he just didn't have anyone. Oh, and for people who think I'm lying about the stat padding thing just to hate on Westbrook, there's a video I'm gonna put in the link in the description below. Hopefully I remember to. If I don't, someone please tell me in the comment section. But there is a video showing proof that Westbrook was forcibly getting rebounds. It's actually a pretty interesting video if you go back and watch it. But again, that was OKC Westbrook when he was one of the best players in the league, and he was doing this just because. Wemby was a 19-year-old rookie who was trying to find his footing in the NBA, and it just so happens his rookie season was one of the best in NBA history. It's not like he's stat padding not trying to win. The Spurs are not a good team, and they were never going to be a good team even with Wemby. But sure, it doesn't matter, it leads to nothing. That's gotta be the most brain dead fucking take I think I've heard in a while. Actually, never mind, I forgot NBA Twitter exists, so there's a new one every single day. Also, I don't think Wemby is exactly the person we're gonna blame here. Because one thing that I've talked about, and I feel like is the main focal point of the video, is Wemby's shooting. Because people had a problem with Wemby taking a lot of threes this year, and honestly, I do see your point, except did we not forget this is the same team that tried that stupid ass Jeremy Sohan experiment where they ran him at point guard for a majority of last year? Like, this team is known for trying stuff. But also, let's just be honest, San Antonio is not good when it comes to shooting the three ball. They don't have that many guys that can actually shoot it effectively. So having their best player without a shadow of a doubt taking more threes, it's not the worst idea. And sure, in the first couple games, it didn't look like a good idea. And hell, from an offensive game plan, it's not exactly the best. But let me be very clear when I say this. Victor Wembanyama is not that stereotypical big man who only shoots threes and never goes inside the paint. No, Wemby has the ability to do anything he wants in the paint. But the fact that he's trying to develop a three ball this young at barely 20 years old, it's impressive. And yes, he struggled to start off, but he's also been really hot lately. Again, can I reiterate the fact it's barely been 10 games? Like, you guys are expecting him to be a top 10 player in the league and he just turned 20 years old. Guys, I'm 20 years old. I'm not even the best basketball player in my house. Hell, my cat Twin, he's pretty fucking good at basketball. Yes, I actually have a cat named Twin. Here's a picture of him. Now, I do want to end off on one thing real quick. When LeBron James was a very young player, this man was getting criticized and was held to a very high standard. Hell, they were doing that to him when he was in high school. And yet, they're doing the exact same thing to Victor Wembanyama. If you ask me, we're just reliving that exact same feeling. They're gonna criticize Victor Wembanyama every time he has a bad game. Oh, but when he has a good game, it was supposed to happen. He's 20 years old. Let this man fucking develop. But trust me, you're not gonna see me here on this platform making clickbait videos trying to tell you that Wemby's bad. Because I can promise you, no matter how many bad games he has this year, no matter how many games he shoots like 2 of 10 from 3, this man is still dangerous on the offensive side of the ball. So in conclusion, yes, I'm saying that Anonymous Scout is a fucking idiot. And yes, I'm saying the YouTuber who made that video and had that claim, I think he was a fucking idiot for saying that. No disrespect though, I'm not trying to start no beef.